Good morning. How are you? Hey guys, it's Charlene. I'm weird. Get used to it. It is Sunday, October 23rd. I just ate some eggs. My intuition has been saying, you need a logo for your photography business, Charlene. So what are you gonna do about it? So I've been really reflecting on like what I want my image to be. And what I really want my image to, wait a minute. For those who don't know, I have this little business. We're not going to delude ourselves here. We're not doing that. I have a photography business that I established last year in September. It's called Charlene's Vision Photography. I've always loved taking pictures. Like everybody loves taking pictures, right? I've always loved my vision. I can't even say that I just love photography and stuff like that. I love my vision. I love creating. Like, I see someone, I see you in many ways. Might sound weird to others, but like, I feel like there's a model in everybody. Everybody can be a model, everybody can be an actor. So, you know how there are images in magazines? I feel like every family, every grandfather, every child can have an impact in a magazine. So let's just say that Charlene's Vision is a magazine. I want you in my magazine. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like it. Like, you know, so I get excited because I don't really have a lot of pictures of me when I was young. My mom doesn't really have a lot of images of me when I was young. And you know, now being a mom, that's just like, dang, I want to show my kids what I look like when I was 6 months old, when I was 2, when I was like 3, and stuffing my face and just clowning. You know what I mean? Memories are everything. And if you're anyone like me, you don't really have like good memory when you were younger. It's nice to reflect and be like, oh wow, I did that when I was 5. Oh my god, that's what I looked like when I was 7. I feel like images are very important. They are important, especially if you got my kind of memory. You know what I'm saying? So, and to be chosen to take those images for you is it's just that's an honor. Oh, I want to see my visions of you, because at the end of the day, you can take your own pictures if you want to, but you chose me to be a part of a moment in your life. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that topic, but I just had to let that out. All right. So right now, I need to come up with a logo. I want it to reflect my happiness, like freedom, free to be you. Let your guard down. Let go of these insecurities that you have that aren't even yours. You don't even know it. Because the way that I got here, you guys, if all honesty, if that even made sense, if all honesty, what happened, Charlene? I've been trying to sound so professional and whatnot, and it's just not for me. So I'm just gonna be real. Okay, this past year has been probably the most eye opener, and that's because after I turned 34, I came back home from Florida, and God said it's time to sit down. It's time to sit down with yourself. Who are you? Why do you do the things you do? Who do you want to be? And I didn't have an answer. All I knew is that I had 2 beautiful kids. I work at this job that does not fulfill me. I know to many I look very successful, but I'm not fulfilled. And I know I'm not successful. I know I am not striving to be my higher self. And I'm fortunate to have the capacity to keep people who are farther along than me in different ways, whether it's financially, whether it's spiritually, mentally. I keep these people around me that are progressing in places where I'm not. And it's very hard to say that, but I'm proud of myself because I don't get envious or get jealous and keep them away, because God has them in my life for a purpose. And that is because I need to see myself in these people. I'm not there yet, but I see myself in you. Whew. And it's not easy. because it forces you to be honest with yourself. And a lot of people don't have an honest conversation with themselves. And it's hard to be honest. It's hard to be honest with yourself, but in order to progress, you have to hold yourself accountable and know that you are capable of learning more, you are capable of growing, and you deserve to. That's your birthright. God didn't put us on earth to be stagnant. I don't believe that. I can't fix myself to believe that anymore, that I should just be content where I am. I'm not content where I am, and I can't lie to myself and say that this is it. I fulfilled my purpose. No, because I have two sons. I have two sons that deserve to have guidance to their higher self. And if I can't put myself in that position, I can't do that for them. I don't believe that I can do that for them. And it gives me purpose. I have to focus on that, not, wow, where I could have been 10 years from now if I would have took my finance seriously, if I would have cared enough. If I didn't push people away that were just trying to help me, how further I could be. I can't dwell on that. I have to dwell on the now. Oh my God, I have friends who have big businesses. I have friends who live in places that I would love to be at, to live at. I have friends who have careers that I would love to have. So what did they do to get there? That's their path. That's for them. I can't compare. Comparison is the thief of joy. You better stop comparing yourself to people. And this is something life-changing that I had to do. I had to stop comparing. And instead of comparing, instead of being envious, instead of being bitter about someone's success, about how we don't think about how much they've sacrificed to get there. They utilized their time properly to get to where they are. Focused. They had a goal. And they did the work to go there. And you have the time to set a goal and do what you have to do to get there. You have everything you need. I've been telling myself that for like 2 years now. You got everything you need. You got everything you need. Saying and doing are two different things. You can say it all day. I love myself. Self-love. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. Get my nails done. Get my hair done. But can you sit with yourself and say, I have done everything that I could do to be my higher self? But when I say higher self, this is spiritually. Spiritually, for me, is listening to my body, listening to my intuition, my gut. And in order for me to get there, I had to stop eating things that were interrupting how I felt. You should be detoxing, you should be cleansing. And when I say detox, I mean, people look at exercise and they think weight loss. How I stay more consistent with exercising, this is for my mental. Not only is this for my mental, this is for my mental, honey. I am getting rid of stagnant energies. Energies that want me to stay the same. I keep them in because I'm not letting them out. You have to secrete. You gotta let them things go. And exercising is a form of detox. Get rid of those energies that are telling you that it's okay to be unhealthy. It's not. So we have to shift our mindset. I can be successful. What do I do to be successful? What's holding me back from being successful? What does successful mean to me? To me, success is doing all that I can to be myself, my higher self. I don't know what my higher self is right now. I can tell you that, in my opinion, my passion, as of now, my passion is photography. It's my vision. My passion is my vision, but my gift to the world is my voice and my mind. I'm not allowed to keep my vision to myself. God didn't give me this vision to keep to myself. God didn't give me this voice to keep to myself. That's selfish. What has stopped me from expressing myself? The people that I've kept around me that I thought were really for me. But think about it. When you speak, who's really listening? Think about it. When you are having a conversation, a deep, an honest conversation with people, who says, oh, stop? And I'm not just talking about your friends. I'm not just talking about your coworkers. It's family too. You too much. You ain't enough. When you're expressing your emotions, they don't want to hear it. So, as you get older in life, you continue to express yourself because that's what you're supposed to do in life. Express yourself. You can hang out with us, but you can't be yourself. Do you know what I mean? They don't say that, but you feel that. You can hang around us, but you can't be yourself. Can you dilute yourself a little bit? You ever thought about it from that mindset, from that perspective? I didn't. I had to sit in that stillness that I was telling you about, that God had me in when I was 34. I am 34. When I turned 34, that's what I was talking about to begin with. I had to sit. Who are you, Charlene? I'm not who I want to be, God. This isn't who I am. This is who people want me to be. What do I do, God? What do I do? Detach. It's time to let them go. So sorry. So far, that has probably been the hardest thing to do. But just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's not possible. Family members that I thought were really for me but just wanted to be updated. Sit back. Sit back, girl. Sit back by yourself and accept people for who they are. Friends that only want me when I'm doing good in life. Oh, I want your energy. I don't care about those hard times that you've had. I want your energy. Where your energy at? So I'm quiet, and who's reaching out? Who's reaching out in my stillness? Not that it matters, but it matters. Strangers. Are they strangers though? These are people that see me, but they feel me. And guess what? They either never have met me. They don't care about reaching me at surface level, because I'm not updating anybody in this stillness about what's happening. So it's not like I'm posting the story and they see my face and they just, ooh, you're surface level. I love your surface level. People that I've never met before. Where are you? Are you okay? I miss your light. Are you okay? They've never met me before and they're asking me if I'm okay because they feel me. It's not the people who are there when you're high. It's those people who are there when you are silent. I'm being forced to think. Something that I've been avoiding to do for years. If we're being honest, I've been avoiding thinking for myself. Like I don't have my own brain. Like I don't have my own life. Like I don't have my own wants and needs. So it's not that I just cut people off. I just stopped giving what I wasn't getting. But it's crazy how the people that they connect with you on a spiritual level, and you don't see it at the time. You don't see it at the time, but they've always been there. You're just so attached to these people who have you in this place. They don't even know it, okay? So let's go back to that. Those people with those fake ass checkups. Oh my God, I miss you. Let's go out for a drink sometimes. Little do you know I haven't drank in months. But that's okay. But them fake checkups, some people can't take this detachment. You can't either. But it's not up to me. This is the universe. This is the universe. This ain't got nothing to do with me, honey. But you can't go where I'm going because your attachment to me is keeping me stagnant. You don't even know it, but you're reaching out to me to make sure that I don't detach. It's an insecurity. That's your insecurity. I don't have to keep that. Dang, we've been friends for umpteen years, but you haven't supported me. You only support my energy. You only support my energy when it's convenient for you. This is what they don't want us to do, you guys. They don't want us to sit with ourselves and use our brain and think for ourselves. They don't want us to do that. There's power in that. Oh my God, you're isolating yourself from people. You should seek therapy. I am therapy. I am very therapeutic. What I think matters. How I feel matters. And I am teaching myself to prioritize my thoughts. Something that I have been running from that I didn't even realize it. I don't want to think for myself. Let me just do the same shit every day. Let me make distractions a routine. Let me scroll down there and see what everybody else is doing. Not realizing that these unhealthy memes that you connect yourself to have a hold on you. But nobody want to have that conversation. I've been unfollowing on Instagram, and it gets to a level where Instagram, I just learned the word yesterday, shadow ban. They shadow ban me. They say they're protecting their community and pretty much time out because you're unfollowing too many accounts. So never mind. So fuck my mental health. Fuck my sanity. You're trying to get rid of distractions. We're gonna shadow ban you. Go ahead, do that. And when I get unshadow banned, I'm gonna continue on follow things that are unhealthy for me. We don't want to admit it because we're not sitting in our stillness, not really thinking of why we're doing what we're doing. Why are you scrolling? Because you don't even know who you are, so you're trying to stay attached to other people's perspectives. You want to relate to everybody and stop relating to yourself instead of forming your own opinions about life. Instead of being real and true to yourself. There are so many unhealthy attachments and people don't even know it. People aren't even thinking for themselves because people don't want to do the work. And it's work to detach yourself, not only from your friends, not only from your family. That was hard to detach myself from my family, but like, the only thing funny is that I wasted 10 years of my life, I feel like. In the spiritual world, no, my timing is right, but sometimes I dip back into, dang, where I could have been. I don't dwell on it. I don't let it consume me anymore. You think about that because like you learn something. I'm like, dang, that's all it took to learn. I could have did that. But I did that. And that's what a lot of people don't want to, they have the same vision as me, but they won't disconnect from the people that are attached to them. And they don't realize that they're going to stay where they are if they don't let those energies off of them. So when I say to release, I feel like I'm an onion. I don't stink though. And I'm just taking layers of myself off that don't identify with me. No, that's your insecurity about me. You don't know it, but you want me to stay where I'm at and I can't do that. You keep coming back and I'm not for that. No, I don't have anything for you. She want to update me on somebody that I don't even fuck with. That's not my business. You can have it. I feel some people that, like I said before, have the same vision as me. I know it. I feel it, baby. We on to the same thing. But you are where I once was, where you see somebody acting on what they're always thinking about. They're actually acting on it, and you can't. It's hard to watch that. I've been sharing a meme every day on my stories, and it says, when are you gonna stop watching people do what you want to do? Damn, that hurt. But you're right. And some people aren't don't have the capacity right now to take my advice. Came from the same place, and you acting on what I've been thinking about, I'm offended. And I was once that person, and it was to the point where I was unfollowing people because I could not bear to see you acting on the things that you're thinking about. But I sit in this stillness and I'm like, well, what the fuck is stopping you? What's stopping you from doing what you want to do? You're wasting time. What's stopping you? Opinion of others was stopping me. Knowing you have this feeling, I'm tuning into my body, what my body is telling me. They don't see it for themselves, so they can't see it for me. They ain't gonna clap for me. But that has nothing to do with me, because my goal right now, my purpose in life right now, as a manifester, is to inform. And I have to believe that I can make an impact. And it's taken me months to believe that I have that I'm capable of having an impact on people that I don't know. But Jay-Z has an impact on me, an incredible impact on me. If you have time, please, please listen to motivational videos on YouTube. Utilize your time. Jay-Z, Kanye, the people think, just think about it. This phone that I'm using, somebody thought about it and they acted on it. The braces that I have, somebody thought about, what do I have to do to straighten out somebody's teeth? Everybody's vision has an impact on our life, but you just can't think about it. They thought about a fucking camera. Shout out to whoever invented the camera. Changed my life. So why can't you change somebody else's life? Without your car, without your home, without your family, without anything materialistic, you in a dark room with just you and yourself, your truer self, your intuition, your purpose, your gift, in a room with nothing. Who are you? That's the work that a lot of people don't want to face. They don't give themselves the opportunity to face it, because that's real work. And when I mean work, I'm not even talking about physical. You have to use your brain, and that's what many of us are not doing, using our brain. We're diluting it. We're diluting it with, like, technology is a blessing, as I was saying. People have these brilliant ideas and they bring it to life, but what is brilliance? Brilliance is using your brain, your mind. What do you like? Just because everybody's drinking Hennessy don't mean you gotta fucking drink it. Change your mind. You can think for yourself. Just because everybody else is doing what they doing don't mean that you gotta follow. We have to stop being followers. The world needs more leaders, not followers. What do you think about all the time that you could be? It's orgasmic, and I don't mean to be gross, but I mean that. Takes time. Some kids are fortunate in love. Some people in life, I said kids because I think about my son immediately, my 10-year-old. He thinks about things that I didn't think about until I was in my 30s, and it's a blessing. He is my teacher, and he doesn't even know it. They both are a blessing, but he knows who he wants to be. When you were 10, did you think about Penn State College? Kudos to you. I have a 10-year-old who's talking about college. I never in my life never thought that college was for me, because I didn't think for myself. Why did I not think for myself? I mean, do y'all really want to go into that? Because when I did think and I had questions, my questions didn't get answered. My questions were always shut down when I was a kid. Because I said so. No, you don't question. That just sits and that marinates and that marinates and that marinates and that marinates. You know where that goes? Into your relationships, into your friendships. You don't think, you just do. You don't think, you just do. So I go to school, I don't understand what that teacher is trying to teach me. So I don't ask questions. That's the worst thing to do in life, is to not ask questions. Curiosity is life. How I keep my inner child alive? Ooh, I didn't understand what you said. Can you say that in a different way? So when you said this, did you mean this? Conversation is power. Free game. Free game. But I had to turn 30 to realize that. So I see my sons, and they ask me questions, and they ask me questions. And the generational trauma wants me to shun them the way that I've been shunned, excuse me. That's my kid. I can't just tell him no. I have to tell him why. He deserves to know why. Because I know how painful it is to be shut down, to be rejected from having an answer. To me at that time, it wasn't that big deal. In my teens, I didn't think that was a big deal, because I'm not fixated on that, because my mom is my mom. What she says is goes. She's right. She's right to her capacity. She's doing the best she can. I didn't lose a child at the age of 6. I no longer resent her. She did the best she could at that time. She loved me to her capacity. I am going to teach you now how to love me, because I'm 34. I love you, Mom. Click. I love you, Mom. I love you. Click. I love you, Mom. I love you too. Click. I love you. I love you too, Mom. One of the most beautiful things about my life right now is that my 14-year-old comes up to me and he hugs me. I never felt comfortable to just go up to her and hug her, to look her in her eyes and say, I love you. And they do that. And that's how I know that I'm breaking generational curses, because they have an openness with me. They're allowed to be open with me. It works both ways. So I'm healing my inner child by being the mom that I needed, by being that to my kids. And it's painful, honey. Being true to yourself. No, I'm sure my mom don't want to hear what I just said. But this is my story. This is my perspective. And instead of having so much resentment, thank God for allowing you to see things for what they are so you can correct them. You live an ignorant life if you don't correct what has hindered you. This happened to make me better. My granddaddy's not here. My sister's not here. The people who have made an impact on my life and didn't even know it are watching me. I can't just be stagnant. Oh, Frank Ocean gives me life, and he don't even know it. He speaks life into me, he don't even know it. You don't know who you're impacting, but you're impacting. You're supposed to impact at your highest level. Can't do that unless you let them people go. Let those energies go. Allow yourself to be free. It's not about us at the end of the day. It ain't about me. This is an avatar. I like my avatar though. My avatar got nice skin. You know, I like her eyes. But it's deeper than surface level. This is just the surface. It's the soul that makes an impact on the world. Oh, your imagination is real. Your imagination is confirmation that it could be brought to life. That is a thought. You have a vision, you have a thought, and you must apply. It is a process. It's a beautiful journey. It is painful. Realization is painful. It's not perfect. Who fuck being perfect? You're living a false life right now, okay? That ain't the life you're supposed to live. This is how I talk to myself. You can talk to yourself however the fuck you want to, but in order for me to stay aligned, I have to be real with myself. That life ain't for you, Charlene. Yeah, you're there now. I'm in the present, and I don't have everything that I would like, but I can get there. I can be better. And these visions that God keeps giving me, they're not for me, they're for the world. They're for a planet. Your imagination is for a planet. God created Earth and the heavens in 6 days. We're not God, but we got time. Don't stop thinking for yourself. Detox. And you have to accept the fact that people aren't going to understand. It's not for them to understand. You didn't understand it either. There was a time you didn't understand. There's people that don't like you. Guess what? You know what? It took me a long time to like myself, so you'll catch up. And some people won't, and that has nothing to do with me. And I'm learning as a manifester. Ooh, my legs are sleeping. Ooh, I need water. Stop focusing on who's not watching. Learn to focus on who's watching. Those are your people. You're making room for your people. So what can you do today that'll make you better for tomorrow? That is the question. I feel so much better. I got that out of my system. That wasn't for me to keep. I already know that. I had to tell somebody. Somebody had to hear it. I'm levitating right now. That was like a high for me. Ooh, I'm gonna take a nap. Okay, bye.